And two of us are back. Oh. Whoa, what
Hello,
happened there?
ladies.
Oh, I screwed it up. That was me. That was me. It was all me.
I didn't. John's screen was black for a second. That's why they said there was two of us.
So,
Did you
if
do that?
Yeah, it turns out I walked over there and I got distracted, and I thought maybe so our internet is all the way in the other corner of the house.
Yeah.
I'm in the detached, like out behind the house. So I have a Wi-Fi range extender plugged in right yonder. And I looked over and I was like, man, that light ain't even on. I wonder if this thing's not even working. And I unplugged it and I heard the computer go off. So turns out it does work.
Yeah. It looks like it's kind of catching up.
Yeah.
You're a little robot-y.
I'll get back. I'll be back.
Yeah, you're good. A little pixelated, little robot-y. It's coming back though. Oh, so what's going on? Everything.
I went driving.
I'm still happy for you, but I'm getting kind of tired of you rubbing in our faces.
Getting kind of old.
I am sorry, and I am also not sorry. So there.
Don't apologize.
I don't intend to. No. But no, I went driving, drove the car to Springfield. The car did exactly what I wanted it to do. So
how many miles round trip is that deal from your house, Springfield, back? Hence the round trip.
Probably close to with all the driving that I did while I was there. Probably close to 200. Because I drove around. Anybody who knows me, and I'm not embarrassing myself by saying this. I don't care.
That's kind of
okay. While I was there, I went and found the corner where the car lot used to be, where the car was originally purchased. Snapped off a picture of that. You're in Springfield, so of course I went and had a 3 Mile Island chicken sandwich at Hooters, and
Hooters.
Then I came home. I've had some discussions with my wife about how I spend too much time away from the house on the weekends. So instead of going to the Man Show Expo like I had intended, I instead went to the 417 Coffee and Cars. That's a wild show. I got some pictures. I'll bring it up here in a bit, but man, just a lot of cars and just a wide range of cars.
So in all honesty, if me and John came rolling up to one of those deals, would we fit in at all over there?
There is absolutely no reason why you would not. There was everything from 1,000 horsepower 57 Chevy.
That's pretty cool.
And I'll go ahead and bring up my first slide because there are certain things that I do not understand.
I know a few.
And for some reason, it's not going to let me. There we go. Of the certain things I don't understand, these 4 cars kind of fall into that. Now, I realize I'm insulting John with one of them, but I just don't get it. There's no way that car's getting traction.
It's not meant to. Not that one. You're going over the top with everything. Might as well finish it off a big old blower. You know?
That car was driving around the parking lot, and he was as proud as you would expect him to be of that car. Yeah. It was a very nice car. It was I liked it. It was loud. And he had a great time the entire time he was there.
That's why.
And I get that, but go ahead.
Oh no, I said that's why he's got the big old blower. All that's unnecessary, but it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, necessary is an evil word.
Well, and I'm sure the guy in the Ford Festiva was having a great time as well. But I just don't get it. I don't understand why you would put the and the cambered rear end and the cambered cars. They throw me every time. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those.
Not supposed to take pictures of them.
No, I'd have been afraid I'd break my phone.
And then the wraps are getting kind of crazy, and that's why I threw the Dodge Charger up there. That wrap was wild to look at in person. But do you guys honestly think if you rolled up to a car event that had all 4 of these cars at it, that you wouldn't fit in?
No, we wouldn't, other than the big wheel car.
But you can't really say that you're better or worse than any of these 4 cars.
No, where's the racing at, or the burnouts?
I didn't get any video of the burnouts, but I will say, at the risk of making the people at 417 Coffee and Cars angry, everybody pulled out of the parking lot, made a right. I don't know what street they were on, but I know that they were going out there and throwing down nasty burnouts for about 2 hours on that road. And people were lined up on each side of the road with lawn chairs and watching everything go down. So, I mean, it's apparently a pretty standard practice, but I didn't get any video because I know that I can't share any video on this show with the excellent Wi-Fi that I have.
All right, moving on from that deal.
But let's see here. This one will make you happy. 55 Chevy, 4-door LS swap. 2, I don't know, tiny turbos sticking out of the top. This guy was there to have a good time. Bo, would you drive this?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
John, you driving this? I would, but I'm more of a tuck the turbos under the hood kind of guy.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
my favorite from the 417 Coffee and Cars, K5 Blazer, I don't know, 68 to 72. I think it's 72.
71 or 2.
71 or 2. Thank you. The interior in it is what made me happy.
is nice.
A lot of white. I'd screw that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a heartbeat. But no, the rest of the pictures from that show are on our Facebook. Well, I take that back. I did get a couple more shots.
Willis.
But everything's posted on our Facebook page. But I also went to Blacktop Sunday today over in Rogers. I want this little convertible bug.
You would look goofy as hell driving that car.
Yes, I would also look goofy as hell driving that little roadster, but I like it as well.
Less goofy.
Maybe. I'd say they've got about the same interior space.
More than likely. Bug's probably got more.
But Blacktop Sunday was Rogers, Arkansas. Those guys have been putting on a pretty decent little Cars and Coffee first Sunday of the month. I wanted to at least run out there and check that out. I like the little truck because they made it look like a fire truck.
It's like a pretty good turnout. They do that once a month or what?
They do that once a month. That is Blacktop Promotions on Facebook. They've actually got another car show coming up here, and I think it's the same weekend as the circuit. So we're not going to make it to that, but it's They're doing it for, I believe, some child's charity or children's charity. Now that I've lost the entire crowd.
Waiting for you to bring it back.
Bo went back to his phone, and John's either froze up or dead.
Hello.
Not dead yet.
My phone vibrated. I had to check it, see what it was.
Nope, I totally get it.
Excuse me.
But that's what I did. Bo, what did you do?
Struggled for 2.5 days to bleed brakes. Did the manual brake conversion deal, and then couldn't get any pressure built up. Can't tell you what I did. I did a whole bunch of bleeding, and finally got. What happened was, if you ask my wife, she'll tell you she came out here to fix it. So, and she did. She came out here and was the pedal pumper for me. And for whatever reason, I went through 4.5 32-ounce bottles of brake fluid before it.
That's a lot of brake fluid.
Just decided to start doing its thing. Now it's good. No issues. Stops good. I mean, it stops as good as it ever has, right? Which isn't great.
It's not going to stop like a new car.
No. Man, hey, it was a scary deal though. I can get this junk figured out. And I was thinking, so the next 2 weeks before the circuit, me and my wife are leaving on a Friday morning. We're not coming back till Sunday. This week, I have 2 days. I coach my little girl's softball team. I got 2 days of practice. One day, Wednesday, we're going to the zoo with my little girl, me and my wife both, on a field trip. So I have and then I still have a full-time job that I got to work. So if I didn't get the brakes fixed this weekend, there was a pretty good chance that I wasn't going to be able to make it to the circuit. So I was kind of stressed out about it. I mean, not kind of, I was. I would have been so butthurt if I wouldn't have been able to go. It would have been a bad deal.
Know the feeling.
Yeah. I may have a backup plan. I'm looking at another vehicle right now that I probably should not go buy, but I really want it bad.
I say buy it. Just do it. YOLO.
Yeah. It's not an S10. It is a Canyon.
I don't know anything about this purchase.
Also not a budget build.
Also not a budget vehicle, build or vehicle. I feel like it's a decent deal. If it's everything that the guy says it is, it's worth the money he's asking. And we'll see what happens though. It's like 4 hours away from me, but I'm serious enough about it. I'm going to drive and go look at it. I mean, I want to check it out. So,
does it involve the wagon going away?
Not yet. No. Nope.
Gotcha.
But in order to make all this stuff work and make everybody in my family, my wife, happy, if the truck's everything it says it is, and it's what it's supposed to be, I'm going to buy the truck outright and then probably put the wagon up for sale. For a couple different reasons. One, I don't need 2 cars that I can't afford to work on. And 2, I need to buy a bigger truck. I need to buy a diesel truck because there's something my wife wants. It's also kind of expensive that I need a truck to pull things with. Right. So, it's kind of a tit for tat deal, but looking at a 750 horsepower Canyon, or, I don't know. We'll see. It may not work out at all. I don't know. Who knows?
Not a fortune teller.
I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know anything. I'm dumb.
So do we have anything else that's standing in the way of you in the circuit?
No, I'm good now. I mean, I may go and total it may be a total shit show when I get there. It may be a total bust and run 14s, but I still haven't made a full hit. I haven't put any 110 in the nitrous fuel system. Nothing. I feel like I got the carburetor really good today. It's really good at idle. It's really good cruising and wide open throttle. I need to go make a full pass. You know what I mean? It's hard to do, and I'm just blipping it in first or second gear and watching the AFRs while I go. Those gauges aren't always, they kind of bounce around a little bit, but I think we'll be good. I think we'll be fine. It'll be good enough to go, you know?
Good. John, you going to be ready to go?
For sure.
For sure.
So what have you been up to this week?
Trying real hard to finish up a little bit of new suspension we put in the back end.
A little bit.
We
like
cut
all of it.
Like all of it, yeah.
Yeah, this is what this car's needed for a while.
So
this is what this car's needed from the beginning.
Yeah, it's got a. Yeah, that was in our cutting it apart and fitting stuff together process. That was a good time.
It looks like fun.
Where's the one with the rest of the frame in there? Okay, so like you can see a 2x3 tube coming straight back. That is, we fit that into the back of the front subframe and fully welded that, and then it goes straight back to the 2x3 drop cross member that we put in, and the rear frame rails. It's a 2x2 extension that comes forward to the top of that new cross member. The whole car is rigid, so I know it's not like legit fancy stuff, but it is super rigid compared to what it was before. So we're pretty excited. Should be way more than I need to mess with.
You gonna have the floor pans ready by next week?
I don't know why not. I mean, I got sheet metal.
You really need your bead roller back.
You got 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks is I got one more weekend.
Yeah.
Like it has to be done this weekend, this weekend to be good. And yes, a bead roller would be handy because we're just going to be putting them in flat. So there will be some good vibrations, you might say.
Some noises.
Yeah. So, but the structural part is all done. Aside from, we got to weld in a new shock bar. We got to get that up a little higher. And then, like structurally, it'll be good.
What'd you say? 6 inches? The coilover mounts need to go up 6 inches?
Yeah. I think that'll put me close to the middle of my because the shocks are adjustable. The mount on the housing, you got about 6 inches of adjustment there. I'd like to get the car sitting down lower and in the middle of that adjustment so that I can actually use it. So
yeah. I'm just gonna leave mine at 160% anti-squat and let it go.
Yeah.
I can make my stuff's adjustable. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Why mess with it?
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
I bet all the driving this car gets before going to the circuit is pulling it up on a trailer.
My first pass will be at the circuit.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think there's a lot more people in that situation than anybody thinks.
I'm just excited. I'm excited to get new launch, or I use the word launch loosely, launch videos for for the intro video because, like I said before, she's weak.
We need to get new. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with Bo. We got some pretty lame footage in our original intro video.
We need to do. We need new intro videos. We need an actual outro video so that we can.
We're gonna have plenty of opportunity in about 13 days.
13 days.
12 by the time anybody watches this, or 20, I don't know, depending on when you watch it.
But no, it's I spent some time at the car show talking to Mike Narks. He's actually happy that we're all three driving. So I'll be basically doing like a road week type of thing. He wants me to get some shots and some videos and some stuff so that he can...
I do have a question. So you talked to him about that. Are you going to, I mean, you're not going to sign up because you're not going to be a part of the event. And I don't think I put anybody's name down as like my co-driver. Are you still going to be able to get in the tracks without paying at the track every time? And they get
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm not worried about that at all. This is talking to him yesterday. This is going to be, I'm going to be kind of a guinea pig for anybody who wants to just kind of follow the way that Road Week kind of follows Race Week. And it's all of this is going to charity anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. It's basically, I'm just happy to be tagging along, happy to get some rolling shots of the car. Looking forward to spending, and I'm now that I kind of know who your co-driver is, I'm kind of looking forward to everything because it's kind of like getting the old band back together.
I feel like if something happens and me and you end up racing and you beat me, wagon is for sure sell, and I'm gonna go buy that Canyon. Like, I will literally leave the circuit to go buy, if I don't have it already by then, I'll go get it and come back and finish the event with a Canyon.
If Fro beats you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
not racing you. We're not in the same category. We're not in the same class. That's no fair.
Oh, I'm not racing at all.
We can still line them up.
Oh, no, I will still race you.
We're still going to race.
Yeah, as much as you want to, I'll make that happen. But I don't expect to beat you.
Yeah.
If I beat you, it's because something on your car failed. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
The only racing I'll be doing is let's see who gets to Ozark first from Mocan.
No.
Money's on Shanda.
Yeah,
you got a point.
Or Jonathan.
Yeah.
You've got a point. But no, we're getting close enough to that we're starting to get excited, starting to get I have found out there are some other folks in our circle of friends that may actually be showing up out there. So I'm pumped. Like I said, it's been a long time since all of us were back together in the same spot. And I think it's gonna be a fun few days.
Oh, speaking of that, we talked about driving to the deal Thursday night, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I got to reading the schedule deal. It's like show up and unload your stuff at Mocan Thursday night. So are you going to leave your car and trailer at Mocan Thursday night or no? I don't know.
Dude, that's like a month away. I don't have plans.
13 days.
13 days.
12 days. 12 days. Anyway, I feel like I live close enough that I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't decided. I'll be there for Chicken Annie's Thursday night.
Yeah.
I'd like to go. We'll be there. I already said Team Tushka is going to be there. So
gotta go now.
I didn't say Tushka was going to be there.
Right.
I'll be there. I just, it's not like I have anything better to do. So,
yeah.
What else?
Let's see. I had it pulled up. I'm not gonna backtrack on the slides to pull it up, but we do have the big swap meet in Springfield's coming up. I'm actually gonna have to back it up because I don't remember the date. But I know I'm gonna start scraping some money together so that I can pick up some cheap parts at the swap meet. Let's see if I can actually get back to it. Good Lord. But what do you guys got coming up besides the circuit? May 17th and 18th at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. They're having the big swap meet. Fully intend to be there for that. Usually there's a car show about that time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a car show guy as much. I don't have time. All I do is work on this pile of crap. So
I get it.
Yeah, I don't go to much.
That's kind of how it's always. Go ahead.
I don't go to much if this car's not running. Like if it's at least running and I can say, hey, it would, I don't mind going and doing things, but man, when it's not, when I've got it tore apart, it's like my weekends are pretty well consumed until it's not tore apart.
Yeah. Well, if I go to swap meet, I need to take a Quincy Ocha anyway.
Why?
That's my truck. Quincy Ocha White Devil is my truck.
Yes.
In case I buy something, a goat or something.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of swap meets my wife want to go to. We have a swap meet once a month local here, and she's like, I want a goat so bad. I'm like, we're not getting goats.
Oh, you should get a goat.
Way off topic. No, you got to get two.
No, yeah, you got to get the two, but they'll just hang out in the backyard, eat the stuff you don't want to weed eat.
They'll get in my neighbor's gardens, and I'll get beat up by old people.
You got a fence. You'll be fine. You'd be fine with a goat. Trust me.
Trust me.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I have no desire to own a goat. I have been around goats. I don't need that.
You can't own goats. You gotta have two goats. Like you just said.
One will get sad if you don't.
Yeah, two goats. Go get that woman a pair of goats. She puts up with a lot.
She does. And now she's a brake bleeding specialist.
Yeah.
So,
all you needed was your wife to come do it for you.
Yeah. Hey, you say what you want, brother. I got brakes. I'm not too proud.
Yeah.
Me and Fro talked about this earlier. I told Fro, I said, I'm pretty sure you've convinced your wife that I'm completely stupid and I can't work on my own car because you convince her that you have to come over here to do stuff for me. And I'm like, no, my wife does it for me. Hello.
A wife to take care of that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I've created all those problems over here. Trust me. I get mouthy and she gets mouthy right back, and it just happens to be when I'm on the phone with Bo.
I got to go take care of Bo. He's a little slow. Get that boy taken care of. He's about to sell that car again. He said it. He's gonna sell it.
Golly.
But no, we've talked about this a couple of times, and I know you and I have talked about this several times. Hot rodding is not it's not an easy thing. It's not something that you're automatically good at, and we've had the advantage for the last 20 years of being able to hang out with people who had a specialty that fell within the area we were looking to get help in. So now it's kind of hard to get all those people back together, and it's hard to call somebody and ask for help. It really is.
Not for me.
But all of our friends have a niche. They have a spot where they're really good at something, and that's we've always had those people standing around us. And now we're at a point in our lives where we're all separated, and now it's a little more difficult to get everybody all in one place.
That is
so. when you hit those high highs, you're calling all your friends and telling everybody what's going on, and then when you hit those low lows, a lot of times I keep that to myself.
Yeah, another thing we talked about today. I out of our group, I'm like the drama queen. Every time something goes bad, I'm texting with this piece of crap and blah blah blah, and just my luck. And then everybody's like, "Oh, Bo's on one again." And then in 2 days, when it's figured out and everything's fine, he's happy again. And then, but I send out messages when things are going good too, not just when it's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I'm like, I overshare. That's my thing. When things go crappy for John, he really don't say anything. Things go crappy for you, you don't say anything. Me, I let everybody know.
Well, see, but there's even a difference between me and John. I don't share anything because I'm rocking back and forth in the corner of the garage crying.
Oh yeah.
John doesn't share anything because like 3 minutes later he's gonna take another sip off his beer and he's gonna go, yeah, it'll be fine, and then he's gonna move on with his life and everything's gonna be great. There is no challenge for John that has lasted longer than like 15 minutes.
I don't know. He fought with bleeding brakes one time too. It's not too long ago.
I did. When I went to manual brakes, it was a sumbitch. It was bad. I ended up having to gravity bleed them, and then I got distracted and bled them too much and had to start over, and it was a whole big deal.
Dude, I've never had so many issues bleeding brakes.
I have no doubt it'll be just as bad whenever we replace the main line going to the rear end of the car this week. So,
like I said, I didn't get into it, but I talked to our buddy Eric. I talked to Devin. I messaged the guy at manualbrakes.com. Like, hey, here's what's going on. I can't blah, blah, blah. They all gave me different input. I literally tried everything all three of those guys told me to do. Everything. And nothing happened until and I think I'm pretty sure, John, you said, man, just keep on bleeding them. I know Devin said keep on bleeding them. Eric said keep on bleeding. There's got to be an air pocket in them. No, there's no air pocket. There's tons of fluid coming out. No air, no bubbles. Just no pressure. I don't understand. So it was rough, man. It was frustrating.
So do me a favor. You have to retell that story the same way you told it to me. You have to talk about how you were right at the point of just pushing the car out of the garage.
I wouldn't push it out. It's not waterproof. Don't mess that up for me.
But
no, I was almost at the point where, like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, nothing I'm doing is making any change. And it was all four corners, all doing the exact same thing. No matter what I did, it made zero difference. I mean, and the main reason is I'm trying to, like I just explained, if I didn't get the brakes figured out this weekend, I wouldn't have made it to the circuit. And I'm sorry, I was like to the point where, like, if I can't drive my car to the circuit, I'm not going to the circuit. Like, I'm pissed right now about this whole situation. But I didn't quit. I got mad in my mouth a little bit, and I just kept on. But only because I'm,
stubborn.
No, because I'm stubborn. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, as they would say. But if for whatever reason. Oh, so I know what you're getting at. I know what you wanted me to say. So my wife is in here with me. I'm like, babe, we're going to try this one more time. Okay. If it doesn't work, we're calling it a night. We're good. And I was like, I've put so much time and effort and money into this car, trying to make it as good as I can make it. Right. I do ask friends for help, but it's not like we've got thinking Chip Foose is a friend that comes over and does amazing work. I work with what I have, with what I can afford, and what we can do is what I have. But I told Stephanie, I was like, I'm just not enjoying this. When it's like this, I don't enjoy it. And this car spends more time in here on jack stands. And in all honesty, that's not because it's ever really broke. It's because I'm always changing things, but I'm changing them for the better, right? I mean, that's the goal, is to keep things rolling with our cars. That's what hot rodding is. You're constantly evolving, doing things, right? Trying to make it better. I was like, every time I try to do something anymore, I got what, is the best throttle body fuel injection system on the market, right? That you can possibly buy. I got that deal. What'd it do for me? It went to crap. It totally went to crap. You know what I mean? Like, what? So everything I do has fought. I mean, we say in the past how the car went together real easy, and originally it did, man. It fell together. Everything nice. Ever since that, it's fought me every step of the way. So I was telling my wife, I was like, I think it's time I get this deal straightened out, and I probably need to sell it, and I need to buy something, either something that's already like good to go that needs a paint job and some body work, because I see that stuff quite a bit. You'll see guys put something together, a nice piece, nothing crazy, a little LS swap, something, a little turbo on it, it's in mechanically good to go, but it's ugly as hell, or you know what I mean? Well, I can fix ugly. That's what I'm good at. But so I was telling her this. I was like, man, maybe I really are looking at something new. Now would be a good time to sell the old wagon and take that money and take my truck and trade it in and go get me a 5.0 truck and drop another 10 grand on a blower and leave it dependable, but make 650 horsepower every day. And that would be fun. I would figure a way to mess that up, though, is what I'm getting at. It would fail. Something would go bad for me. Within less than 2 minutes after me and telling my wife this, and I'm not kidding you, she's my witness. She would never lie for me about something like that. She thinks it's dumb. In less than 2 minutes of me telling her this stuff, the next time I cracked the bleeder on this car, it shot fluid out. Tushka's a real butthole. It's not what I said, but you know what I said. And that's why her name's Tushka. But yeah, so she listened. And then my wife made fun of me for the next 2 days about how Tushka hates me. She's like, what's it like to love her and she doesn't love you back? I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, and I think a lot of people get to that point. A lot of people, like especially bleeding brakes, and that's. I talked to Devin before I called you that day, and we discussed your brake problems, and he goes, "Man, bleeding brakes is probably one of the worst things you can do on a car." He said it's hard, it sucks, it's time consuming, and you're going to fight it and fight it and fight it until it finally just works. And you're still not going to know why it just works.
Well, I need to know why. I need to know why. I need a reason.
I get that. But no, it's even when we were working on bikes back in the day, anytime you would change out handlebars, you're rebleeding brakes. And that's like a 3-day process on a Harley, trying to get brakes bled correctly. But look at it this way. At least you still have floor pans in your car.
Do I, though? I do. It's fine. He'll be fine. Everything's going to be good.
Oh, I know.
Everything's going to be solid and fun.
There's never been a time when I went, John's not going to make
it. When we were cutting that stuff out, the floor pan, I had forgotten the amount of fiberglass that we had just thrown in the floor pans.
I'm laughing. I wasn't involved. I'm laughing because I wasn't involved.
No, it was bad, and we didn't really care. So we just these back floor pans are total garbage. We'll just lay fiberglass down there. He drilled a hole up through the floor pan to mark where we were cutting at one point. He goes, I drilled through, but there's something just springing back that I'm not drilling through. And I look down, and a whole sheet of fiberglass is just bouncing in the floor pan. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that now. So, I mean, we cut out a ton of fiberglass, but we also cut out a ton of where we had just like doubled and tripled up on sheet metal. Like, oh, let's just add more. just keep layering it together. I underestimated greatly how much weight we would be cutting out of this heap. So,
How much weight do you think you've cut out?
oh, I'm not sure. I bet there's 50 pounds just in rust that fell on the floor.
Are you going to put the plate back in that goes between the trunk and the passenger area?
I'll put a plate in there. Yes.
Sure.
So mine looked really good, but it's because I had gotten some of that like that 1/4-inch thick Dynamat, that the foam stuff, and I just cut a sheet that went right there, but that thing was still just hacked out with a plasma cutter and flopping. Like there was no actual firewall. It was just a basically a piece of Dynamat on Swiss cheese. But it looked solid. That's all that counts.
Well, that's all you need. That'll get you past tech.
Yeah. That's all I had to do.
We've proven that a few times.
Oh man, hey, speaking of passing tech, so my horn works. No, that's what I was gonna say. So I decided, I need to order spark plugs. Well, normally I go to the Jungle website to order my spark plugs because they're cheap there.
Yeah.
For the NGK plugs that I run. Well, they only had 4 plugs available. So I go to Summit, our favorite place, Summit, and turns out they were even cheaper on Summit than the Jungle store. So I ordered my spark plugs, and I go to check out, and it's like, you only need $65 more to get free shipping. I was like, ooh, I like free shipping. So
I want to save these $6. I'm going to spend $65 more.
It was like $11, right? It was like $11 for shipping for 8 spark plugs. I'm like, that's stupid. So go to my little wish list. What do I have on here? I was gonna make a drive shaft safety loop. I mean, they're probably not gonna check my car for that, but just in case.
Technically, if you run on slicks, no matter what horsepower level or ET level you're at, you have to have one.
I know. And that's the only reason I went ahead and ordered a UMI drive shaft safety loop. Because it's just a bolt-in thing. It bolts in the 4 existing places that are already there from another cross member. So my spark plug order turned into a $113 order from Summit. But I got more safety.
Yeah.
See? There we go.
That's funny because whatever it was I ordered last, what the heck did I get from Summit? I needed to get that free shipping. So 9 spark plugs got me over the $100.
So they have one extra spark plug for no reason.
Well, anytime I need to order less than $100 worth of stuff, I just throw on a t-shirt and some spark plugs, and no,
that's pretty solid idea.
Yeah.
But that stuff will be here like Tuesday. So that's good. As soon as I get the new plugs in, I'm going to go. I talked to Frazier the other day. I was on the phone with you and I ran into him at Ace, which is weird because you don't see Frazier in public.
I've literally never seen him out in the wild.
Yeah. John goes, you seen a Frazier out in the wild? I'm like, no, I feel like I saw Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But I talked to him and I said, hey, I'm going to be coming and seeing you. He's like, why? What's wrong? I said, man, make sure everything's dialed in with the carb and the nitrous and everything. And he's like, why? Is there something wrong? Is the motor knocking or ticking? I said, no, the motor sounds great. And he goes, then what are you worried about? I said, I don't know. I just need someone smart.
That's what I do.
I need someone. I'm a warrior. So I said, I need someone to put some eyes on it that I trust. And he just laughed at me. He's like, all right, so get fresh plugs in there and change oil, and I'll take it out there and have him laugh at me.
Yeah.
He's pretty good about not making fun of you when you do something stupid, but he lets you know you did something stupid. You know what I mean?
That is the truth.
I like it. I'm good with that. Depend on the level of stupidity. I feel like you deserve sometimes to be made fun of if you do something too stupid. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I fall into that category quite a bit.
Well, and that's we talked about this. Bo and I talked about this earlier, right? When I talked to you on the phone. My car would not be done if I didn't have you guys here to point and laugh at me about everything that has taken me as long as it has taken me. Now I can just hop in this car and drive it, and you need that level of pain. You need that level.
And drive it. Get 17 miles a gallon.
Back
Go
to this
25.
shit again, huh? Look at me. I can drive. I can read too.
See, now it runs and you're making fun of me. So now I'm going to
We
break
got
it.
door panels. I'm just jealous I don't have interior. My car is crap on the inside.
Yeah. I'm over here going, oh, I wish I had floor pans. Bo's over there going, man, I wish I had a good interior.
That was none. Hey, in all honesty,
I wish I could go fast. Circle of life.
Yeah. With our powers combined, we can make one nice vehicle. Fro, John, put your motor and trans and rear end in my car. Fro, put your interior in my car, and we're good. And then we can all ride in it because it's big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad unit.
I just need you to stop working on your car long enough so that I can come over there and we can get some aluminum and, make some panels to kind of replace some of those crappy door panels that you got.
Oh, whenever you're ready, brother. I tell you what, whenever you bring your car here and I'll start doing body work and paint, you can work on that deal.
I'll just bring your car back to my house and start bead rolling aluminum.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
It'll be inside. I know it's not waterproof.
No, it'll come back with transmission issues. It'll be leaking transmission fluid or something.
Windshield issues. It'll be windshield issues.
It already has windshield issues.
But no, I think that's what we need. We all need to I think the circuit, with all of us being back together in one spot, I think it's going to be a great time for everybody to look over and go, hey, why didn't you fix that? You just do this, this, and this. And then all of a sudden you have a much better idea of where you're going with this. So
it depends on who's telling me this. If it's someone that I don't, for lack of better words, respect, I'm going to tell them to kick rocks. Go pick on someone else's car.
Respect, that idea ain't worth a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on.
Jimmy used to say it. If you're that close to my car, that's how you get punched in the nose.
Well,
all right. You guys ready for Marketplace?
Marketplace, sponsored by Hot Rod Central. They don't know that, but they're sponsoring Marketplace tonight. It doesn't cost them anything.
Yeah. Marketplace, sponsored by Hot Rod Central. So
I talked to
Hot Rod Central for some hot rod parts. Head on by. You can get things like this: a 6AN bulkhead fitting that you strip the bottom half of it off.
Rookie
Somebody
move.
head on over there and buy you a bulkhead fitting. Even if you don't need it today, you're probably going to need it at some point.
I was talking to Colby about our panel situation.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you got? I guess, so we're considering selling the panel mainly because it's going to be impossible for us to build this thing like we want.
Time and logistics.
Time and logistics is what sucks. So we're talking about it. And I was talking to Colby about it. And he says, what do you guys want out of it? And I said, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So what do you think it's worth? And he's like, well, I don't know. I said, and he said, I've kind of grown fond of that truck. Kind of fell in love with it. I said, oh, it's for you? I said, and I talked to John. I said, how about this? I said, we're not good at this kind of thing. Just why don't you make us an offer and we'll see if we can go see what happens from there. And he replied with, I'm not going to make you an offer because you might accept it. So He's like, if I had 10 acres, I would be in trouble. So
Yeah.
anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Back to Marketplace.
Back to Marketplace. Let's start out here. John, if you would.
1993 Chevrolet Cavalier RS Coupe 2 doors, $3,500. Mustang 2 front end rack and pinion steering ladder bar. Car holds a 10.5 W. Clean and clear title. It's a roller or best off. It does have a roll cage. It does have a roll cage.
I don't know what a seller title is, but
I think he meant clean and clear title, but
I know
say seller title.
I'm just being a jerk.
It's there's no punctuation. There's not even, I mean, whew. But it kind of sucks because I'm sitting here going, okay, depending on how good the cage is, if it's a 10.5, it's a ladder bar car, Mustang 2 front end, it's Cavalier. Like, is this thing legit? Do I need to go buy it and put
it's
my
a good price
business in this deal?
That is exactly why I brought this one up. Some of these are gonna make you mad tonight.
Go to the picture.
I'm okay with that.
I don't wait anymore. Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. I'm okay.
If you're looking into getting into something right off the bat, it's not a bad car.
Yeah.
I mean, I just by looking, I mean, assuming everything's done right-ish. A nice carpet. It's got better carpet than my car. And interior.
Damn it. Yeah. I mean, it's a good starter deal for somebody.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Right.
I don't see the cage. I mean, I see a part of one there.
There's a hoop. It's not like a full cage.
Okay.
It'll get you down to 10-0.
Okay. So it'll get you through tech.
It'll get you through tech as long as you don't go quicker than a 10-0.
All right. So is it worth the $3,500,
well,
John?
Actually, it won't because you don't have any door bars.
Yeah, I say there's no door bars there.
Pretty sure you got to have a set of door bars thrown in there before you can get through tech on. So yeah, you're capped out at $1,150.
So definitely not for John.
It's worth $3,500 for someone.
Yeah. $3,500 worthy.
Perfect.
89 Chevrolet Camaro. $1,200. 89 Camaro with T-tops. Both T-tops are in the trunk, unbroken. The car doesn't run, but the body is in good condition. $1,500. Oboe willing to trade. Man. Let's see this turd.
This one,
I got a headache.
I saved the pictures as they came off of Marketplace.
You got to spin those babies around.
Yeah.
There we go.
I wanted to leave it alone because why in the hell would you post up an upside down picture? We have the technology.
Not to beat a dead horse, but this car also has a better interior than my car.
I don't know. The dash is pretty rough in this one.
Way better than mine.
It sucks.
It does suck bad.
The one thing I wanted to point out in this Marketplace ad is every possible photograph is bad. Like every one of them. I would not buy this car just because of the pictures. That's it on that one. So
good.
The upside down picture
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
1993 Ford Mustang GT hatchback, 2-door, $4. This is a 93 Fox Body Mustang GT V8 5-speed. Has a lot of mods. Has BBK equal length headers.
They all do.
Clutch, intake, rear, upper and lower controls, and more. I can't remember at the time. Has 373 rear gears, 5-lug swap with 94 spindles, LMR Cobra wheels, 17.8, 17.9s with Nitto 555s. A lot of life left on them. Engine, trans, and rear end were rebuilt 30K-ish miles ago. Body has 138K on it. Oboe open to trades. No dirt bikes or quads.
What I didn't like on this one is there's no price whatsoever on this.
I mean, $1, $2, $3, $4.
$1, $2, $3, $4. Yes.
Huh.
I mean, I do like the Calypso green.
It's a good color.
I mean, if it were all that color.
I mean, it ain't for me.
I mean, it's definitely for me.
Really?
Yeah. Can't get away. I love it.
I was looking.
Go ahead.
I was looking at it going, this is the perfect car for Bo. It needs painted.
Yeah. Well, I think it needs a lot more than that. It needs painted in a bunch of love.
In order for me to leave what I have to go back to a Fox body, this car would be perfect for me if there was more mechanically done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was nicer stuff. Like my car now, not only would it outrun that car for sure, I have way nicer stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not.
Yep. You have some nicer stuff, but lay odds that car has nicer interior.
I almost guarantee it. Hey, here's what's crappy. Okay. I buy a car that's only made for a few years and you cannot find interior pieces because they're all crap.
Yeah.
There was a guy posting an ad from Georgia the other day, had pulled all the interior out of his wagon, right? Before he crushed it or whatever. And it was all mediocre. It wasn't great. It wasn't fabulous. It was just, some of it was probably nasty. Dude wanted $1,000 for that junk. He's like, buy it all for $1,000 or nothing.
Yeah.
$1,000? Come on,
yeah.
man. But I get it. I mean, it's rare. It's like people selling solar eclipse glasses right now for $10 a piece. Bunch of jerks.
I read something that said you can't get an Airbnb, like they're 100% booked for every Airbnb available in that strip going across the United States from like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
There was a guy up here sourcing some parts for us that was trying to get a rental car. He was going to Houston and no rental cars available. 0. Like, what the heck, people? Does nobody have to work Tuesday? It's not a freaking holiday.
It's Monday.
Monday, whatever day.
The school sent out a message saying if you want to keep your kids home, they won't count them as absent tomorrow.
Man, we had an eclipse whenever we were in school, kids.
Yeah, they said go to the football field.
We all stood out there and you look at it through a piece of paper.
Yeah, we all had plates.
You looked at it through a paper plate with a hole in it. That's right.
Yeah.
Go outside and stare at the sun, kids.
Yeah.
Anyway,
come on. Yeah.
No. Depending on what they realistic money for this car depends on what they want for it. They probably want more than it's worth, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I would say you're right.
Because it's a ripper.
Ripper?
It's a ripper. Fastest car that guy's ever drove. Play odds. Oh, there's more. But wait,
there's one more.
1984 Camaro Coupe. I have up for sale for a friend of mine an 84 Camaro drag car with a title.
Actually, that's a tittle.
A tittle. Ooh, it's even better. Looks like car is set up for Chevy small block and automatic transmission. Car has full square tub chassis, weld wheels with new front runners, rear slicks don't look bad either. Has a 9-inch forward rear end, been narrowed and tubbed. Has a new steering box with a full cage. Body and paint is in nice shape. Has a small dent in the front fender where someone backed into it. Other than that, it's in nice shape. Car is ready for engine and transmission. We'll consider trades in on car for early Chevelle Nova Camaro 60s and early 70s.
We'll consider trades for cars that are worth a lot more than what I got.
Yeah. If you got something that's bang on, bring it over. We'll trade you for this heap.
Yeah.
Well, it's a square tub chassis with
a
the
clear tittle.
Rear fender's been tubed.
I'll even throw in these LS motor mounts I bought because I was thinking about doing an LS swap for that. All right. Yeah, it's not bad.
Where's the glass?
I'm not making windshield jokes. I've already talked about this tonight.
Yep. It's a Camaro. And
I don't like that it's got shaved door handles.
I don't like that it's got shaved door handles. I don't like that hood. I don't like the fact that the fender's been bumped into and it has no glass and the cage looks like it was booger welded together in somebody's barn. Other than that, yeah, maybe it's worth $8,500 to the right guy.
I don't care about the hood.
I think I can see part of the chassis just hanging down there.
Yeah, you can.
Part of that tub chassis.
Yeah. I don't care about the dent because I can fix that. I don't care about the hood. The no glass part sucks. But
Yeah.
Man, it's shaved door handles on race cars that I don't like that. It gets
Really?
me. Yeah. I mean, I guess unless you got Plex in there with a real reach in to pop the door open. But
Yeah.
Right. Door strikers up on the windowsill.
Okay.
Did a lot of work there, didn't they?
So there's a lot of patch panels.
I didn't even notice all the patch panels until just now.
Yeah.
You got to fill that firewall with something.
Even the plates for the tubing, could they not try to make those the same size and or shape?
Man, I ain't saying nothing to nobody about that.
I mean, if you're going to do it, if you're right there, can you not take a little bit of time, put a little bit of effort into it to make it kind of symmetrical-ish?
I'd probably not.
John's like, shut your mouth. How about that?
Not for anywhere near that money, but I'd probably buy that car.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad-looking car.
I like
the cage
it.
The cage is kind of low, though.
The cage is very low.
Yeah.
I'd like for that to be higher, but I don't know.
All right. Well, that's it for the marketplace stuff tonight. I had to throw in the upside down pictures. I had to throw in the worst description imaginable for the Camaro. The marketplace cracks me up every time. I enjoy hunting down stuff for you guys. And after the ridicule last week for the ski don't, I decided I would at least stick to race cars this week.
Man, I had a nightmare about that pile of crap. Right?
Jesus.
I don't know.
What was the nightmare? I gotta hear it.
No, I'm just kidding. It stuck with me though. I literally thought about it through the week. Like, how do you ride it? I'm with John. Like, John's, where do your legs go?
We
in the little pocket.
Jonathan seen that on the marketplace deal, and he's like, "Oh, that's a popular deal. They do those all the time."
How do you stop? Like, when you stop, what happens? You just tilt over and land on the deal.
You put your legs down. It's not as wide as it looks.
But my legs are short. So
is it dumb as it looks? It looks pretty dumb.
So I'm going to say this, and John's going to say something that's going to make somebody mad. I know this. So there were a couple of those out at Sparks in the Ozarks last year.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
and they don't look as hard to ride as they looked in those pictures, but it's definitely an acquired taste. And I did have a couple people go, man, I can't believe your friends didn't like those. I like those things. Those are cool.
So let me
yeah.
I spent Saturday early afternoon all the way. We didn't leave Bentonville till 11:30 Friday, Saturday night.
Ooh, that's late.
Didn't even visit.
I was at a basketball tournament the whole time watching my boy.
You could have went and watched basketball, Fro.
Yeah, you could have came and watched basketball.
We weren't very far in my car.
We were right there by the sushi place, the sushi house.
Okay, cool.
That's where we had dinner because that's Stephanie's favorite place to eat. Anyway, after the first game, we live about an hour and 15 minutes from Bentonville. My son, who's 14, looks over at me. Well, he's taller than me now, but he looks at me and he says, "It's like a different world where we're at right now." I said, "Yeah, absolutely." He says, "I've seen more guys here today with ponytails than girls." And I said, "Yeah, we're in Arkansas, bub. That's normal here." We leave after the first game to go eat dinner, and we pass that gym that was down from the parts store that you used to work at.
Yeah.
Was that big gym?
Yeah.
Seen two guys walking in wearing yoga pants. My son goes, Dad. I go, "Son, don't pay any attention to it. It's just normal around here. This is a different world. You know what I mean? We're 60 miles away from this place, and it's a different world altogether." So to see, and I'm not saying Sparks is in Bentonville because I know it's not, but you're gonna see a lot of different weird stuff. There's
well, and the mini trucking crowd is completely different from the hot rod crowd. The hot rod crowd is completely different than the low rider crowd. Like, you're gonna see something different with each one of those groups.
I'm a mini trucker at heart, man. That's I like the mini trucker crowd. I'm cool with them. That's my people too.
But that's the crowd that you're going to get at Sparks in the Ozarks, and it's not like your normal mini trucker crowd. It's like your mini trucker club crowd. Like, these guys have been together for 30, 40 years, so they're not afraid to do something silly like throw a skidoo on a 86 Honda Elite.
I get it when a group of guys get together and do something goofy.
Right.
I cut up a riding lawnmower and put custom paint on it and lowered it and put trailer fenders on it. I thought that was awesome because we were bored and it was something for us to do.
And I think that's where it comes from. It comes from the fact that at one time we were going to build wheelbarrow T buckets.
I
still want to do it.
Yeah. I got a welder now. I'm doing it anyway. Whatever.
I've got some parts for you then.
I got a welder and I got this new cheap Yes Welder auto darkening welding helmet from the Jungle Store. This thing is awesome. I used it today. It's really good.
And still fairly cheap.
No, it's super cheap. It looks cheap and it feels cheap, but it works great.
We've about got we structurally got the car back together. I haven't put a welding helmet on yet.
Are you sure it's structurally good?
I haven't welded a lick.
It's fine. You just you can stare at it. You just can't blink. Speaking of cheap, the $7 speedometer is still going strong and still keeping me out of trouble.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. That thing's handy as hell.
Yeah, when you get to drive your car as much as you do.
Yeah, I bet you're racking up the miles on that deal. You're wearing out that Temu speedometer. Mine will last forever.
Oh, hey, update on Temu stuff. By the way, remember how I got a whole set of unit
Step bits?
Yeah, step bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all junk. Every one of them. They're total crap.
Yeah.
So the little
No
three
doubt.
pack you get at Harbor Freight, way better than the ones I got from Temu. Total crap.
Huh.
Don't buy step bits from Temu.
I gotta say, I'm surprised.
I mean, I spent $7 on a 5-pack. I thought it would be okay.
I wonder if anybody's like buying rubbers on Temu. Where are all these kids coming from?
Hey, the gloves are good. I did get a pack of gloves from Temu for 96 cents, and they're
I
actually
need to replace the harness in the car. They're out of date. Let me hit up Temu.
yeah.
Oh hell! All right, Bo, you got anything else to throw in here at the end?
No. I'm
John,
I'm good.
I'm excited for the circuit. I'm ready.
Excited for the circuit. I was gonna say it. But
I mean, I'm ready. Tushka's probably not ready. But
I got
Tushka's
2 cool
fine.
new
It'll be
stickers
fine.
yesterday.
We're good.
what is that?
I got 2 cool new stickers yesterday. One for the circuit and one for drag, drive, and repeat.
You got a circuit sticker?
Yeah. Look at that.
Crap.
I may have grabbed one extra.
I'll get my own.
So you guys are gonna have to fight for it.
I'm hoping Narcs is supposed to have sent me a hoodie or send me an invoice for a hoodie so I could pay for one. Whatever happened to that?
I have no idea. I will text him and ask him.
He did send out an email saying it's gonna be hoodie weather during the circuit.
It's
Supposed to
true.
be a little chilly. So I need to go by and get a Hot Rod Central hoodie because I'm gonna need that deal. And then hopefully I'll get one from Narcs. Because John's got one and I'm jealous. And I want one too. Right
All
there
right.
it is. Bam.
You're on mute.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get this deal anymore.
What the crap?
No, now it's gonna say like drag, drive, repeat.
I like that one.
It's not drag and drive addiction anymore. Well,
Well, I want that one. Maybe they got some new old stock.
man, I bet you dollars to donuts. Narcs has one somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know about because we wear the most popular car guy size
Yeah.
of all. He's probably got mediums coming out his ass, and he's like, "Oh, I got the 2X stuff."
He's like using them for oil changes now.
Yeah. Why did I buy all these extra smalls?
See if they fit the dog.
Ooh, yeah. Hot rod needs
All
one.
right. Well, Narcs, send Bo an invoice for his hoodie.
I don't want it for free. I'm not asking for anything for free. I'll pay for it. I just want a hoodie.
We're not those guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good night.
See ya.
Everybody love everybody.